All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Rosh, and you are watching FM3 Basics. There's a tutorial series I'm putting together to help all you users out there program the Fractal Audio Systems FM3. So a little about myself. My name is Rosh. I'm an LA-based guitar player and guitar tech. So some of my clients include Steve Vai, Leppard, Melissa Etheridge, Perfect Circle, and more. I build a lot of guitar rigs and I program them, and I wanted to give back to the Fractal community and put together a tutorial series on how to program the FM3. So this can also be used in conjunction with a previous tutorial series called Axe FX3 Basics. So go ahead and go to axeffectsbasics.com, or you can check out the rest of the videos on my YouTube channel. A lot of the principles and things that were covered in that series can also be done in the FM3. So in this tutorial, we're going to assign some basic utility functions to the buttons. So since the pandemic is looking like it's going to be nearing the end, a lot of us are going to be getting out there and playing live again. So I wanted to give some tips and tricks on how to utilize the limited real estate of the FM3 so that you can get a lot of functionality out of 3 buttons. And in the future, we'll also be covering how to, integrate it with other MIDI controllers, etc. So here is a basic factory preset. And from my previous video, I have some things set up. So let's clear these Footswitches and let's assign some basic utility functions. So the utility functions in here, for example, so if you click any button that you want, and then you go to utility, there's some utility functions here. The 2 main ones that most people are going to end up using are the tuner and the tap tempo. So it's as simple as picking the utility, selecting the tuner, and then that's it. And now, very commonly, what most people will do, myself included, is that they will use the tap tempo as the tap function. So when you're tapping this, it will change the tempo. So if you have anything that is synchronized, like a phaser or delay, to the tap tempo function, then it'll change that. And then you would assign a hold function to turn on the tuner. And so you would go here to hold, utility, and then tuner. So what this results in is if I tap the button, you'll notice right up here in the tap tempo, if I tap this, it's going to change the tempo. So now it's 78, and then maybe I'll tap it really fast. It'll go up to 120, or maybe even higher. And then if I hold the button down, it engages the tuner that's going to be on the FM3 unit. Okay, so obviously it's not going to engage the tuner on Axe Edit, but you do have that functionality right here. But when you hold the button down, you end up getting access to the tuner. So, of course, you can use this on any one of your presets or any one of your scenes. So, for example, you can even drag it over here. And then let's say you would assign maybe in this particular preset, toggling between scene 1 and 2. So if you are unsure of what I'm doing in terms of scene toggling, feel free to check out the previous video called Scene Functions. And then so this button would switch between scene 1 and 2. And then you can also assign this button to be any one of these effects. So in our case, maybe we'll turn on the drive pedal. And so we'll do effect, bypass, and then we'll pick drive. Okay, so now we have like a fully functional preset here where we can switch between scenes. So scene 1 and 2, using the first button right here. Then I can bypass the drive or engage it using the second button. And then if you watch up here, I can change the tempo or tap it really slow. And we can synchronize that delay with maybe any tempo here. So like a quarter note. So the repeats of this will be at the same speed as whatever tempo you tap. And now you have a fully functional preset that you have 2 different sounds or 4 different sounds, depending on how you want to view it, as well as the tap tempo function. And then you also have your tuner function when you hold down the tuner switch on the FM3. So this is a really basic one, but just, one of the most important and commonly used utility functions is the tap tempo and holding for the tuner. You can, of course, always assign the hold function to any button you want. It doesn't have to be the same button as the utility. You can assign the hold function here and do utility and tuner as well. So if I hold down this button, it'll also engage the tuner. I generally don't do that, but the option is there for your choosing if you decide to. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this one. This one's going to be pretty short, just for utility functions right there. If you have any comments, if you have any questions or any topics you'd like me to cover, by all means, feel free to leave a comment, and I will try my best to get a video out covering that topic. So thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
I'm standing with you, 'cause